Hello, I'm Crickets and welcome back to I Have a Story. As I continue breaking down this report that was put out with the investigation between two judges, the more I go through this, the more this is just absolutely unbelievable. I cannot believe that this is what our system is. It's unbelievable. I can't even fathom it. So today what I want to pull out of here and talk about, and I will leave a copy of this in its entirety in the description below so that you can access this information for yourself and see everything that I'm talking about, which was aired by our local news channel. I can't believe that our system would allow pedophiles to mentor children in a group setting where they're supposed to be the leader. I can't. Would you want your child with children with a pedophile being mentored by a pedophile? Well, let's get to this case here. So we'll start out. These are text messages, conversations between two judges, and it says, "Wouldn't it be a standard condition for someone charged with possession of child porn to not have electronic devices? It typically is, but very hard to enforce." Well, even if it's hard to enforce, it's also hard to enforce felons not to have a gun, right? Piece of paper doesn't stop them from doing it. I can tell you from experience and seen and dealt with so much in my life. My brother, he's been a convicted felon, multiple convicted felon, for over roughly 30 years, give or take. More than 20. He still carries a gun everywhere he is. That didn't stop him. Piece of paper telling him you're a felon, you're not allowed to have a gun, doesn't stop criminals for doing bad things. And that one breaks my heart because he's my brother and I love my brother and I want better for my brother, but you can't make people choose their life. They oftentimes want to destroy it themselves. So even though it's hard to enforce, you still put it on the record. You still put it on the books. Because one, if they do any more further acts of crime, well, then you get more evidence that you can use against them and more violation of the law. This isn't but common sense. So let's look at what here says. Oh, I see. Why do you ask? An 18-year-old senior is charged with several counts. Now, I don't know several counts of exactly what. Several counts of possession of child pornography. No such condition, which they're not enforcing. What they should be enforcing to try to procure these situations and punish people for doing the bad things that they do. But he's back to school today and even went to his mentoring class where he mentors middle school kids. Some parents are furious. It's on 9 and 10 News. There's several things I'm going to be pointing out with just this one picture here. There are so many aspects to look at in here. One, I've already talked about this. Until enough people stand up and complain, oh, then we'll do something about it. Not till you light a fire do these people care about doing their jobs. Oh, there's people complaining now. I guess we actually have to work and do something and protect our community now. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. And here's another aspect which I've already talked about on my channel multiple times. My son and his friends that have little sisters want to kill the kid. LOL. Because that's funny, right? Judges who are supposed to be protecting our community thinks it's funny that they're creating more problems and other people want to act out on them. Act out on these instances and these cases and these things that they're seeing in our community. I've talked about it with the woman who killed the man who was like a father to me. There are people in our community talking about taking action into their own hands because when you turn loose, I mean, I can't even fathom this, and I'm gonna have to make another video because her name comes up multiple times in this report. What about the children? I've said it over and over. What about the children involved? She goes into an elderly man's home in the middle of the night, tries to rob him and steal a gun, and he tries to stop her, so she shoots and kills him. That's not murder here. Send her back home. Bunch of meth addicts with guns, stolen guns, criminal history. Now even, well, am I allowed to say murder? Because it's not murder if they don't charge her with it, right? Even though she shot and killed a man for trying to stop her from stealing his possessions. And then people in our community have talked about taking actions into their own hands in a house where there's children from the ages of like 1 or 2 all the way up to like 16, 17 years old. What about the kids? What happens when somebody acts out in a violent manner because of all of this that is taking place and the children are present? Now we got kids involved in it, right? I mean, look at that. You know, kids and friends want to kill the kid. Maybe if you did your job, he should not be back in a school, period, with other children. I don't know what he did to open this whole investigation for them to get his phone and find out that he had child pornography to begin with. And I don't care how old anybody is. Children should not be having sex, period. But we have a world now where it's just forced down your throat. I am so sick of seeing it. Facebook wants to censor our voice when we talk about things in our life because it's for our own good and they want to protect us, but yet they can advertise in marketplace straight out pornographic videos. I've screen recorded this. I sent it to my counselor because she didn't believe me. And she's like, "Oh my God, I can't even believe this. I want to make a video. I don't even know how to air the video without it being graphic." Even though my channel's set for adults, but how many kids are seeing all this and being advertised and forced down their throat? I even made a video about how Facebook's advertising pornography that doesn't even look like girls that are of age. They look underage. It's disgusting. This whole world is really just, how did we go so upside down and so fast? It's disgusting. Children should not be having sex. Children should not be videoed having sex. And nobody should be watching it, period. I don't care if a 16-year-old's watching it. They should not, it should never exist. It's disgusting. So we have so many things in here that just in this one screenshot to talk about. I just thought it was strange not to have special conditions. Well, it is strange because you got to have it on the books. And when people can violate these orders, then you have the right to press further charges. This is how you take care of criminals, especially very mentally ill and abusive and sick criminals. No, wait, they just like to attack innocent people and wrongfully take away innocent people's rights. When I was never even accused of doing anything wrong. Nothing in what I was accused of was even supposed to take my rights away. It wasn't even, nothing I did was wrong, but they still did it anyways. So they only attack the innocent and let the criminals go. I mean, God, I'm losing my freaking mind. They looked up and didn't see any special conditions in his case. Just, you're an adult. Go play with kids while you're watching child pornography. We're not even going to take that away from you or the children. Go see how much we can destroy this community. Thought you might want a heads up before it gets to you. I don't understand, too, why these cases bounce from judge to judge to judge. I understand that we have a felon judge, a non-felon judge. I don't know why there should even be a difference. A judge should be educated in the law, no matter what the circumstances is. It shouldn't matter whether it's a felon or not. A judge should be able to handle a case, period. But I guess, when they don't care and when they're part of the corruption and the abuse and doing the same things they're locking up criminals for, and they're just nothing but a bunch of hypocrites. Oh yeah, that's right. They even like them young too. And this is disgusting. I am so sick. I don't even want to... I'm going to stop this video. This is sick. Tell me, does this not sicken you? We're going to allow people with child pornography? What did this kid do or this guy do He's a guy. I shouldn't call him a kid. I mean, I've had women half my age in their 20s want to date me, and I look at a woman who's 25 years old and go, "You're a kid." I can't get with a child. And they're not children, but when you're almost 50 years old, somebody who is in their 20s it's part of the mindset I have to keep even crossing those lines. Because if I start looking at a 25-year-old as an adult, maybe in my brain somewhere it might think it's okay to date one of these 25-year-old girls. No, it's not. It's not. That's sick. I couldn't do it. I turned them down. Beautiful girls. But you're so nice. You're so sweet. You're so kind. You're caring. You're compassionate. You're smart. I want to be with a guy like you. Well, sorry, there aren't too many guys or women like me anymore. And that's part of why I can't date you, because that's who I am. I'm a man of morals and values, first and foremost, above everything. So do you think it's okay for adults with child pornography to be in school playing with kids, mentoring kids, being around children? Would you want that to be your children? Would you trust that? Well, our court systems seem to think it's all okay. Just let all of this bad continue happening, right? Let's see how many more crimes we can get committed in our community. How many more victims can be victimized for them to just sit back and not have to do their job.